Hey girl, hey, it's your birth bestie, Nurserini, and we are back with another Reddit story from BabyBumps. The title of this post is Induced Tomorrow for a Big Baby. I had a growth ultrasound today, 39 weeks pregnant. Baby is measuring 97th percentile in everything. They said they estimate a 9-pound and 8-ounce baby. Tomorrow morning, I'm being induced to decrease the risk of C-section and shoulder dystocia, but I feel so emotional and thrown off after hearing this news. He was only 60th percentile at 20 weeks, and I was never measuring quote, big until last week, which she said my fundal height was just 1 week ahead. Anyway, I'm really nervous and scared, wasn't prepared for an induction, and I'm scared of it turning into a C-section. It could use some stories of encouragement or words of advice. Now, I sympathize with this mama because she was totally caught off guard. She sounds to be a bit distraught, and I can only imagine thinking that you were going to go into labor naturally or unmedicated and now being induced. And some of this is where I challenge mamas to change their mindset, because mindset will dictate how our body manages stress. Now, this is complex because there are a number of things here that could lead to a C-section for this mom. Yes, potentially an induction of labor could increase her risk for C-section, but so could a big baby, in addition to having an injury to the baby due to having and experiencing a shoulder dystocia. But if she truly has a big baby, then she would be lucky to have a C-section rather than experience a shoulder dystocia. Sometimes when you have a very big baby, you don't even get the chance to have a vaginal delivery because you won't dilate because the baby can't even make it down into the pelvis to begin to put pressure on the cervix. So for the mindset shift here, I would say go into this with an open mind. Yes, we have to have an induction. No, we don't want one. However, we are going to implore our bodies to do what they are made to do. And if we have to have an alternate route for delivery, this is for the best for my baby. But let's see what the response says here. So the next response is, this is the most hated advice in the world and will probably be downvoted or my comment removed, but this is such bull. First of all, in the third trimester, it is extremely hard to accurately measure weight. It can be off, over or under by a full pound. And irregardless, women's bodies were meant to birth no matter the size. And that is not true. It may not be fun, and all in all, maybe you do end up in a C-section just in general because of size complications, or considering the U.S.'s decision to take the C-section route being much higher percentage-wise than any other country. But the percentage of, quote, necessary inductions skyrocket around major holidays, Christmas being number one. The rumor is basically if they can plan your birth, they can ensure they'll be home for Christmas. I encourage you to listen to your doctor, but to also do your own research and follow your instincts. If you've had a healthy pregnancy and no true risk, you should be allowed to go into labor naturally as the body is intended to. I personally would be so offended and absolutely decline the induction. So this user is right with some things. Measuring a baby accurately is very hard to do. And I do think it's wise to do your own research. However, you have to research in places that are reputable and evidence-based, not places like Reddit. Women's bodies are not built to birth all sizes of babies. If that were the case, we would not have shoulder dystocias. If that were the case, you'd have the perfect sized baby and the perfect pelvis to accommodate that perfect sized baby. And this is what tends to frustrate me with like Reddit and other forums. But to say something like this will make this mom now feel like if she cannot have her baby vaginally and go into labor on her own, then her body is in fact inadequate. And that's just not true. I don't know about induction skyrocketing during the holiday season because where I work, it is an academic medical center and there are always the same amount of people present at all times. Weekends, nights, and holidays, there may be lighter staff, but it's still fully staffed. We literally know a year ahead of time what our next holiday to work will be. So we're going to be there. People are going to tell you anything, but you need to listen to the professionals, do your research, and go with your gut. This woman right here, I'm sure she would tell you to go ahead with the induction of labor or to even forego that and have a C-section. Just like the woman in the comments had a different idea of how to do things. But definitely do what works for best for you and your baby and talk to your medical team about your concerns. And I've previously done some posts on shoulder dystocia and big babies as well as induction of labor. So make sure you check those out. Like, comment, share, and follow for more.